What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, I'm here with my core four, aka my TBR. Let's get it.
Favorite reader, that's who you are. Traveling near, traveling far. Through every chapter, you're the star. Favorite reader, that's who you are.
Okay, so this is my core four, aka my TBR for April. The way that I do it, I do two fiction books and two nonfiction books. They serve as like the baseline for my reading. I typically start out with these books just to give myself a little bit of flexibility in the month. Anyways, let's just jump into it. Let's start with the fiction books. So first up, we have Gorilla My Love by Tony Cade Bambara. Last year I read The Salt Eaters and it was really, really good. I liked the style of writing. I liked what it was about. The themes like directly spoke to me at that time because I was going through such a transition of like healing in a lot of ways. So this is actually her short story collection. I've said it 10 times. I'm not the biggest short story girl, but when the collection is good, it's good. And people have recommended this short story collection to me. I read the first page and was like, yeah, it's called a sort of preface. I read the first page and knew that I need to put this on my TBR to read right now. So that's book one. It's 15 short stories in here, it says. Okay. Gives us compelling portraits of a wide range of unforgettable characters, from sassy children to cunning old men. Shifting scenes between uptown New York and rural North Carolina. Okay, cool. Nice. I can't wait to get into this. I like reading books that's like, if not set in North Carolina, they kind of talk about North Carolina. Kind of the same way I like reading books about Texas too. I live in Texas, but I'm from North Carolina. So I'll be interested to read this. And look at this cover. What time for the cover? Like, come on. What time for the cover? Can't wait to get into this. These videos always go by so quick because it's not like a legit, it's not a review. I'm just talking about what I want to read. So I feel like, dang, I'm already moving on to the next book. This cover's gorgeous though. Okay, that's book one. The second book, very, very, very excited to read this one. It is Bound to Violence by Yambo Alagam. I am so excited to read this. Why? Why am I excited to read this? Because in February, I read The Most Secret Memory of Man, and I said, I don't know where this is going to rank as far as like books I read in 2026, but it's up there. It's up there on that list. And that book was inspired by this book. This is a Malian author. This is translated from the French. The Most Secret Memory of Men was so good. And knowing that he drew his inspiration from this author who wrote this book, I'm just excited to see what that's about. Because in The Most Secret Memory of Men, what he was referencing was like a literary great. It was a literary masterpiece. Something that has a slightly stained reputation based on claims of the plagiarism in some parts, but I am excited to get into this. I just am. One, I want to see what inspired that book. Two, this has a great reputation on its own before the claims kind of stained its reputation. And then three, I just want to see if I can pull out like something that really speaks to me that can really compel somebody to write a whole book like centered around this. So very excited to read this. Excited. As soon as I finished The Most Secret Memory of Men, I bought this book and I just know I got to read it now. So that's that. Those are the two fiction books. Okay. So we got those. The two nonfiction books now. The first one, this one was a gift. I received it in March from somebody. They sent it to me from my bookshop.org wish list. So I'm going to read One Day Everyone Will Have Always Been Against This. I've heard great things about it. I've heard some criticism too. So I'm interested to see what my take on it is. This is about the Gaza conflict. It's about critiquing the West. It's about, I think it's a social commentary. What else? He's an immigrant. I'm pretty sure he's from Egypt. I need to look at that, but it's his nonfiction debut. Let me see. This book is for all the people who want something better than what the West has served up. This is a book of our time. Yeah. I'm excited. I've heard a lot about this book. This actually, if you can't tell, it won the National Book Award. So, critically acclaimed, ready to see what this is about. Yeah, I'm excited. I've heard more. Oh, wait, yeah. So he was born in Egypt, grew up in Qatar, and moved to Canada as a teenager. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. But yeah, I've heard more positive things than negative. I only heard a few criticisms, and the couple that I heard was just saying that it was biased and one-sided. You know, sometimes when you talk about, clearly everybody that writes, you have some kind of bias, okay? But sometimes you kind of present the other side and flesh that out too, to kind of put that into whatever you're refuting or talking about. And I've heard criticism that this one kind of just omits a lot of stuff. I don't know. I never read it, but I've heard way more praise for it. So we'll see. I'm excited, very excited. That's why I was on my wish list. Can't wait to see what this book is talking about. Lastly, we have The Price for Their Pound of Flesh, The Value of the Enslaved from Womb to Grave and the Building of a Nation by Dana Ramey Berry. Yay. She's a professor of history and African diaspora studies at the University of Texas at Austin. Woo, woo. Told y'all I live in Texas. But anyways, yeah, very excited to read this. The books that I've read lately surrounding the topic of Black bodies, enslaved bodies, flesh, the like economic trade associated with slavery, it's been very academic, which this probably is too, like very dense, very academic, written more like a journal or something like that. This might be too, I don't know, but it's all been very informative, very interesting. It's kept my attention, even though at times it was a tad bit dry and dense. I still am excited to read this. And then this has been on my shelf for a couple years. Let me just see what my dissertation chair. Okay, yeah, this probably also is academic too, but hey, it's broken up into 6 chapters. You have 6 chapters, and it's going through their life from preconception to postmortem. Very interested to read this. This is one that probably will take me the whole month to read, just because I know it's heavy. I already know it. I already know it's going to be parts in here that's just a lot to stomach and get through. But yeah, I'm gonna read it, take in what I can, take breaks if I need to. Like, you know, sometimes you just got to do that because it's just so heavy. But here's the cover if y'all can't see. I'm like so far back. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Okay, so let me do my final view. These videos are always so quick. I know I just said that, but I feel like the minute I say, I'm going to read this is kind of what it's about, it's over. But this is the final view. Hope y'all can see. Yep, this serves as my baseline reading for April. I'm excited. I cannot believe it's already April. That's wild. I feel like this year just flew by, and I didn't even have a seatbelt on. Yeah, it was a fast going year. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Let me know if you read any of these, if you want to. If you're willing and want to hear my reviews on these books, stick around, because I do post reviews on this channel based on these books as well. It won't be the only reviews for the month, but it will be incorporated. So that's it. I'm going to see y'all on the next one.